Okay, so here we are from a cold start up. Let me try that again. The gauges do their thing. I'm already getting smoke. There you can see. I want to pause for a second. I'll get on it here in a second. Something to note, the change oil soon light is always on, even though the oil has just been changed. There's the odometer, 161,640. Temperature is fine. RPM, it's rattling just a little rough, but it's not too bad. All right, here we go. I can definitely smell gas mixed with, I guess, oil. I'm not sure if it's gas and oil, but there's definitely gas because it gets really bad gas mileage. I'll get on it right here. You can see how fast I went. It'll still run like crazy, like a biting sow. It runs great, and then it starts loading up. So we don't know if it's in the heads, the PCV valve, the evap stuff. I have not a clue. I'm done messing with this car. We've spent all the time we're going to spend on it trying to troubleshoot it. I put a partial exhaust on it, thinking that was part of the problem. That was probably a waste of money, but anyways, that's been done. But here again, I'll show you if I can get it in the shot. I mean, it'll fly. It'll absolutely fly. And then it'll get, when it gets nice and warm, when the temperature gets about halfway, it'll start spitting and sputtering when you're going up a hill. It'll always make it. It's not died yet. Right now it seems to be running okay. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Let's make this circle right here. I know it's not really focusing on the road, but you can also smell the rich gas under the hood. So I'm not sure if there's an exhaust leak, where the exhaust people didn't do a good job. I'm not sure. But even though it may be burning oil, I'm not sure if that's what it is or not. It's not low on oil. This damn thing will set you back in the seat and just, let's go. It just wants to eat this road. Make somebody a good car if they know how to fix it. We're done messing with it. Let's see what it does on this big hill right here. It actually ran just fine up at that time. The last time I came up it, of course I'd driven it all the way from town, it just, slow crawl to the top of the hill, and then it slowly started building up speed again. But me kicking it down like that, my son didn't drive it that way. I'm the only one that's driven it that way. I'd be quite positive of that. He was afraid of it. It was so powerful, I guess. I guess I would be too, but it does have the traction control you can turn off. Let's see if I can find that. Right here is the traction control you can turn off. And when you do, this little light comes on. It says TC off. And it says traction off right there on that. You can see it's smoking a little bit still. And I can even put it down in manual 1. And we can shift it manually now with these little paddle shifters. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the transmission. Manual 4. I gotta stop right here. And it'll automatically go back down. It'll drop down a gear automatically. The downshift is on this side, but I have to manually go up or it won't go up. So that's kind of cool. It will manually shift itself back, or automatically shift itself back down in manual, but it won't shift it up. So you do have somewhat control over it. If you know about this car, you know. I mean, I'm assuming that if you're looking at this and looking to buy this car, then you already know what you're looking for. These are rare. They're somewhat sought after, from what I understand. I personally think it's a really cool looking car. Runs really, really good when it runs like it's supposed to. But it's just something that's out of my league. I don't know how to fix it. But I'm trying to drive it long enough. This will be a long video. I probably didn't just put it on YouTube. That way, if anybody wants to say, hey, what's the car, what's it doing? I'll just, hey, go look at the video. And you can open up the video and watch anything that does. Now, the AC works great. I don't have it on right now. Oh, there's the male person. Yeah, we gotta be careful back through here. There's a lot of residential stuff. Okay, so anyways, the AC works great. The heat works great. The sunroof and moonroof, or whatever you want to call it. Let me stop right here. See, it went down to manual 1 automatically. That part there opens up like it's supposed to, and then if you hit it again, it automatically does its thing. All the power windows work. The power door locks do not work. I'm thinking it may be a fuse. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I was hoping to get it to running better. I forgot to shift it. I was hoping to get it running good, and then I was going to, check the fuse and stuff like that. But at this point, we're just done messing with it. But the car is still in great shape. You can see the interior of it. I did clean the outside. I washed and waxed it and did the tires and such. But the interior, I think I vacuumed it, and that was it. It needs to be wiped down, otherwise it'd be in good shape. It's been taken good care of, even though it's got 161,000 miles on it. Someone took good care of it for the majority of its life. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back in drive and let it do its thing. I turn the traction control back on. As you can see, the check engine light stays on. Let's turn the AC on. It's flickering in the screen here, but it's not, to me, it's not in real life. It must be the refresh rate of the camera. Oh, it's on auto right now. Stereo works good.
Now through October 15th on Caliente, channel 151.
I think it's got a 6 CD changer. I'm not sure. Yep, it does. It has 6 discs that you can put in it. So, still the original factory stereo. I don't know how you put 6 discs in the thing. And it even has an auxiliary port, so that's even cool too. So even though the car's 15 years old, it's still got some of the newer technology where it will let you hook a phone up to it through the CD auxiliary port. Or you could also always buy one of those little Bluetooth things like I've got in the van that goes in the charge port there, and turn the radio to 107.1 and Bluetooth that way. That's the way we do the van. I wouldn't mess with the stereo on this car. It looks like a really nice one, and it does sound good, but I think that maybe the subwoofer has an issue. I'll turn it on here. Probably get a copyright strike, which I don't really give a shit about the copyright stuff. Let's see if we can get some music going. Everybody's talking right now. Hang on a second. Again, the screen is acting weird. It's just the refresh rate. This is perfectly fine. I can see it just fine. I'll turn it up a little bit. See this one down here. It's weird. Put it on rock, it really thumps that subwoofer. I can hear a little static up here, so I'm not sure about if all the speakers work like they're supposed to. All right, so I'm going to show you the rest of the video. You see it's smoking around me right now, and it doesn't smell like oil to me. It smells like gas. Let me see if I can find in here. Fuel range 96 miles. Right there, Econ 12.6 miles per gallon. This car should be getting 20 miles to gallon. Even back on these back roads and me putting my foot in it like this. It's getting about half the gas mileage that it should be getting. I did look into that and it said it could be the PCV stuff. It could be stuck valve. It could be a head. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's been like this for a while. Even before my son quit driving it, before it started doing its final little simping there where it just barely would go. So this is a pretty good incline here. It seems to be doing fine on this one. I don't know. I think this car's fixable. If it's the head, if it's a valve, I just don't know. It's such a shame that I don't know any more about it than I do. Then have to fix it or take the loss on it and get something that we know what to work on. Really nice little zippy black on black sports car. I mean, it's triple black. There it kind of acted up a little bit. Okay, so I'll see if I can show you the road the rest of the way on out. It kind of shifts downward, like it's getting too much gas, and I think it is. I think it's throwing raw gas right out through the exhaust. Now, what's causing that, I don't know. I don't understand the technology here. I know an internal combustion engine with a carburetor, or maybe an older one with a fuel injection. But this thing is, I think it's got 2 cams, and I think it's got. What do you call it? The fuel injectors fire right down on top of the piston. I don't think this car has the old style plenum and the old style intake manifold like a regular, like my Mercury or whatever. So it's not something that I know how to diagnose. I did take it to a mechanic that I trust, and he said, "Hey, take it and have the catalytic converters cleaned out." And sure enough, they were stopped up. But it was probably because of this gas and oil or whatever it was going through the exhaust and getting in there, or they were just old. They were probably the factory originals. 160,000 miles on them, they could get stopped up. But anyways, the smoking problem didn't start until I had the catalytic converters cleaned out. So now the car is breathing much better, but in the process of doing that, it is, how do I say, whatever oil is going into that crankcase or coming through, maybe going by the valve or piston ring, I don't know what it is. It could be one of those, could be all of those. It could just be the PCV valve. Anyways, that oil is now, or gas, whatever, is now going out the tailpipe. If I'm cruising along like this, it's not too bad, but if I put my foot down on it, it'll smoke. But if I stop for a second, it'll smoke. It kind of reminds me of that Uncle Buck car from Uncle Buck. Remember the little Grand Marquis that he had? So yeah, so if anybody remembers that movie, that's kind of what it's like. It smokes that bad. But I've been around cars for quite a few years and worked on them and stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's gas is what that smoke is coming from, but I can't guarantee it. So that's why we're going to say whatever I decide the price is going to be or best offer, the first person that comes and gets it. I mean, I'm driving it right now. You can drive it home. You'll be able to come and get it and drive it. You don't have to put it on a wrecker or a flatbed or whatever. You can come and get it and drive it. I wouldn't want to drive it, too crazy, incredibly long, but I don't think I'd have a problem getting it out on the highway right now. It doesn't overheat. The oil pressure seems to be good. The temperature the temperature is good. Everything works like it's supposed to. The only thing I can think of on the car that doesn't work, and I did mention a few minutes ago, were the power door locks. And it's got to be some sort of fuse. I mean, it just doesn't make any noise at all. There's the pups. Okay, so I want to turn this thing around and get one more shot of it. I'm going to walk around it in the sunlight and let you see how good a condition it's in and show you the new tires. I did take pictures of the tires, but the tires that are on this car, I searched for them specifically because we buy the Mastercraft brand touring tires for our van, and to me they're the best. They were really good tires. And anyways, these were over $700 just to buy these 4 tires, and they can't have more than 4,000 or 5,000 miles on them, if even that. All right, so let me rev it up again here. Yep, I can now. Here comes the smoke. You can see it. There we go. There's Uncle Buck. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it off. It has this weird delay thing on the air conditioner. All right, I'm gonna go out here and show you what it looks like on the outside. We'll give you a better shot of the interior. Again, I've kind of stopped short of finishing it up, but even the seats are in good shape still. Not perfect. A little carpet shampoo, a little Armor All, or whatever you're going to put on it. This thing would shine like a brand new one again. I don't see any broken parts that I'm aware of. Oh, I guess I better shut that sunroof for sure. Back seat. You can tell a sports car when it's got headrest in the back seat, right, guys? There we go. I didn't even wipe it down, so it's still dirty from whatever I did. You walk around. There we go. There's all that. Oh yeah, it's even got the rear climate control. That was something totally unexpected. I never expected for there to be rear climate control. I'm sorry, did I say climate control? I meant rear audio control back here. That's cool. And then I'll show you the passenger side. It's kind of dusty. There's my gloves where I was working on it a little bit. I guess the fuse box is right there. I just now saw that little symbol. Okay, so let me walk around the car one more time. It's got a little bit of pollen on it now, but I did wash it and wax it with that ceramic wax. Hang on a second. Okay, so it looked really, really good the first day, but it was also parked under that tree over there. It would look really nice if it had some extra window tint. This was just the factory stuff. Oh yeah, on the outside of the car, this outer lens on this tail light was missing when we got the car. If you're going to replace it, I looked at them on eBay. They're not too bad. They're not too expensive to replace. This one's got it. It's got the outer cover, and you can see it's you know, it gets water in there, so that's probably why it was taken off. Be my guess. Aura XR, still a nice modern looking car for one that's already 15 years old. A dent right here. That, to me, my knowledge, is the only body dent on the body. These little side marker things here, I think that one hangs out on the other side. Headlights are probably, oh, I did buy the stuff to do the headlights, but I gave up when it wouldn't run right. And the little fog light is missing. You can see it hanging down right there. I don't think it was ever in the car since we've had it, so. And whether they work or not, I don't know. I don't even know if those fog lights work. But here's the tires. If I can get a good shot of them. These LSR Grand Touring Mastercrafts. Here we go. Maybe this is showing up. Mastercraft 225/80/18. Let's see. Right here. It's hard to see this, but it says 34/21. This was the 34th week of 2021 when this tire was made. So, yeah, we put them on it in October last year, so they were really fresh when they were put on the car. But they're still, you know, they've still got all the tread on them. Let's check this one here. 225/50/18. 35/21, so this one was made a week later. The way Amazon shipped them to us, well, they shipped us 3, and then they didn't have one at one of the warehouses or something. They didn't have all 4 in one set. Okay, so there we go. 35 week of 2021. But as you can see, the tires still look. They still look great. And these are about $700, so we're not asking a whole lot for the car. Let's see what the year on this one is, since I've done it already. Here we go, 34/21. So the 2 on the back were made on the 34th week in 2021, and the 2 on the front were made in the 35th week of 2021. So the tires are brand new. 1 year of being there. So there you go. This video has gotten way longer than I expected it to be. Somebody's going to get themselves a good car. Somebody that's going to know how to work on it, or know what it needs, doesn't need. Maybe you've got one that's got a good engine, but their body looks like trash. This would be a good one. While I was waxing it, let's see, the only thing I saw while I was waxing it was this little spot right here. That was it. I'm not even sure if it's a rust. I guess it is rust. Yeah. I guess if I pull on, I'm not going to yank on it, but all right, there we go. That's it.